Hello, good afternoon. This is David Sutter talking to you, and today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of November 8th through November 12th, 2021. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is just like I always do. I'm going to look at all the major Forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame, right? And then I'm going to compare that to higher time frames, such as the 4-hour daily and weekly charts. Okay, and then I'm going to, based on my experience, I'm going to use my Excalibur trend indicator right here. I'm going to try and give you my best predictions of what I think is going to happen this coming week. All right, so to begin with, the market was, a lot of ups and downs. We had some pretty decent buy and sell opportunities, but more or less everything was in a flat range of market across all the currency pairs. So I don't know if there's getting ready to be reversals. Usually when you see a flat range of market, there's getting ready to be new trends develop. What I think is going to happen this coming week is we're going to see a lot more of this flat range of market. Okay, a lot more, highs and lows, ups and downs. If we look right here on the 4-hour chart for EURUSD, we see that it's hit a strong level of support and it's starting to go back up. All right, so it should be continuing back up probably for the next 2 weeks. Okay, next couple of weeks we should see this gradually rise itself back up. Okay, so, and you can see, it hit a strong level of support here, but how high will it go? I don't know. But the thing is, if we look at the daily chart, let me load this indicator again. I don't know why I did that. Look at the daily chart. We have a strong level of support, and this right here is a very, very fresh signal. Okay, so is it going to be going up? Well, it's going to take quite some time for that to go up. Okay, yes, it's going to be going up long term, but as you can see, it's just received this buy signal on the daily time frame, so it's definitely got a long ways to go, and it could possibly continue down even more. Okay, and this could repaint, but the 4-hour has not repainted yet. Okay, see, it's already shooting up, so it's looking good for a buy. Okay, now if we look here on the weekly time frame, however, it shows to sell, which has been shown for quite some time now. So yes, it should be continuing to head down long term. This is going to take the next few months, maybe the next 6 months for this to drop. Okay, so in the short term, probably the next few weeks, we can expect the price to be going up. Okay, and yes, the daily chart shows the buy, but I don't think there's going to be a huge gain. There's not going to be this huge momentum going up because the long-term trend is bearish, meaning it's going to be dropping. Okay, so I do expect the price to go up a ways, but not, maybe 1,000 pips, even 2,000 pips. If we look here on the crosshairs, we look where the price is right now. 2,000 pips is right about here. So you're looking at somewhere in this range, going up right about here. This 1,900, so about 2,000 is right about there, and that's where we're looking for the price to head. Now 2,000 pips or points is going to take a couple of weeks to achieve. It might take even 3 weeks, I don't know, but at least 2 weeks for that to achieve, because that's a big climb up and it's not going to happen overnight. All right, so but just keep in mind that the long-term trend is bearish, but in the short term we should be expecting this to go up. So for this week, if you put your charts on a 30-minute time frame, you should be fine. You should be safe to both buy and sell. Right now is looking like a good time to buy. It's already going up, and it will continue up probably for the first couple of days, Monday and Tuesday, and then by Wednesday we should see the price drop back down. Okay, so I do expect the price to end higher than where it began, but it's not going to be a whole lot higher. Okay, so we're definitely going to see some more range of markets this week. Okay, now if we move on to GBP USD, we see kind of the same situation here. The price ended lower than where it began, but we do have a signal to buy, and it is starting to go up right now as we speak. So on the 4-hour chart, we see something very similar, that the price has hit a strong level of support and is starting to go up, and the same sort of thing on the daily. Of course, this is a little bit different, but again, we've seen this in the past, but we have 2 buy signals and no red arrow yet. So the price should be going up. It already hit a strong level of support. There is no 3rd arrow, and I said this in last week's video that we could possibly have a 3rd blue arrow. Okay, so as I expected, the price dropped, but I don't know, but it might form a blue arrow, but it's definitely at a strong level of support. So regardless if there's a blue arrow or not, I do foresee this to be going up. Okay, and if we look at the weekly chart, yes, it shows to sell long term, and we've known this for quite some time, that yes, we know the long-term trend is bearish and it will be dropping. Okay, so definitely just keep in the back of your mind that the overall trend is bearish. Okay, so we cannot expect huge gains in the upside, but yes, it's going to be going up in the short term. Probably the next couple of weeks we should be slowly expecting this up. The 1 hour shows to buy, 30 minutes shows to buy, so everything on the short term side is showing to buy at the moment. So yes, you'd be safe to both buy and sell this week, but just keep in mind that, you know, it's probably going to be going up more than it's going to go down, at least for this week, probably going into next week as well, next 2 weeks. What I think is going to happen, and just like we saw with EURUSD, I think that this price is going to go up some more, and then by the middle of the week it's going to drop back down, and then the price will end, you know, higher than where it is right now. Okay, so we should see a slight uptrend. This price is going to go up, back down, and then back up again. Okay, and so the price will end higher than where it is right now, but not a whole lot, maybe a few hundred points higher. Moving on to Australian dollar versus US dollar, we kind of see a similar pattern again, and where the price ended lower than where it began. So we had, you know, a nice little downtrend. Now we hit a fairly strong level of support, and it's already starting to go back up. If we look at the 4 hour chart, we see we did in fact hit a strong level of support, and it is already going up. Okay, and if we look here on the daily chart, again we see a strong uptrend going up. So we have no red arrow, so we can expect this to be going up. Okay, if we look at the weekly chart, however, it shows to sell. So yes, the long-term trend is bearish. It will be dropping, but that's going to take, you know, maybe 6 months or more for that to form another blue arrow. All right, so in the short term, yes, this will be going up probably for the next few weeks. Okay, this is very fresh on the 4 hour. The daily charts had that for quite some time, but with the 4 hour, look, I'm going to mark this resistance right here. Okay, we have a new high right there, and I had said before it could go as high as this point right here, but that is a pretty good level of resistance. If you look at the 4 hour chart, we can expect the price to go that high. Now, is it going to happen this week? No, it might take the next 2, maybe even 3 weeks for the price to reach that point. So what's going to happen this week is, yes, the price will slowly go up. If you keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame, you should be safe to both buy and sell. And again, the price will go up some in the first half of the week and then drop down towards the middle of the week, but in the end the price should be higher than where it is right now. You know, you're gonna see the price go up maybe to this level right here and then drop back down some and then go back up again. So just keep that in mind, and you'll probably have a continuation of that going into next week as well. Moving on to USDCHF. Okay, now here US dollar is fighting back. Okay, we see mostly a range of markets. The price did end lower than where it began, but overall we're in a flat sideways movement here. Okay, now this past Friday was the non-farm payroll, and we had a pretty good job report, okay, according to the economic data that was put out. But we see the opposite happening on the market in the actual real time. Okay, we saw the price drop when the non-farm payroll came out. So what does that mean? Okay, well, it means the buyers and the reality is not doing as good as they portray. Okay, so, or maybe the banks are rigging this, but that's a whole nother subject. But the deal is, we can clearly see that the price was dropping, okay, instead of going up like it should. Okay, so that means the price will probably continue to drop. Okay, it dropped, now it's formed this strong level of support right here, and it's just kind of sitting right there. But this is on a Friday afternoon. The market is dead at that point in time, so we cannot expect, you know, a lot of movement at that point in time anyways. But what's going to happen, let's see, we look at the 4-hour chart, it shows the buy. Okay, now is it going to drop some more? Well, the job data report showed the unemployment rate that dropped, and there were more jobs added to the economy, so that's a plus. But with the fact that the price dropped, it is not a good sign. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, what I think is going to happen is you're going to see a lot of flat range of market. Okay, I really do. I don't think we're going to see any big gains or big losses either way. We're going to see the prices ride real tight in a sideways fashion. If you look at the daily chart, it shows the sell still. Okay, so it has not formed a blue arrow. So the daily chart is stronger than the 4-hour. Okay, keep that in mind. And it is very possible to have a blue arrow followed by another lower blue arrow. Okay, it has happened in the past. Okay, and it doesn't happen too often, but it has definitely happened in the past. All right, so you can see here that it's definitely going down. If we draw a trend line like this going down, mark your resistance. Remember, you have a downtrend, you need to mark your resistance. So hit that resistance there. Until it breaks, we don't have a clear uptrend. So for right now, the price is definitely in a downtrend still. Okay, if you look at the daily chart, you see that resistance right there. It looks nice. Okay, you zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, see that there? So the price is definitely wanting to drop long term. Okay, but anyhow, yeah, I don't know. I would expect the price, you know, to be dropping probably in the next few weeks. Okay, the next couple of weeks. Overall, I would expect the price to drop. Now on the weekly chart, it shows the buy, which is shown for quite some time, and that's going to take, like I've said before in the past, it's going to take another 6 months or longer for that to form another red arrow. So yes, in the long term, the US dollar should be going up, but in the short term, in the next few weeks, I think the price will drop more. Okay, so what's going to happen this particular week? Right now on the 30-minute time frame, it shows the sell. Okay, so I think it's going to drop some more in the beginning of the week, and then by the middle of the week, it's going to spike back up. Okay, the 1 hour shows to sell, and the 4 hour shows to buy. But with the fact that the 1 hour shows to sell, I think we have a ways to go. But like I already said, I think we're going to see pretty much just a sideways flat range of market. Okay, if we zoom out a little bit on the 1 hour chart, you see that resistance right there. So we can expect the price to go up and down until it hits that resistance again. If it breaks, then good, it's going to be an uptrend, but I just got a bad feeling that it's not. Okay, I think over the next couple of weeks, next 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to see this gradually drop even more. All right, I'm not a fortune teller, I don't know, but I can tell you what I see, and based on my experience, I can tell you that this is you know, not really going up. Okay, it's looking very pitiful. So yes, the US dollar is definitely trying to fight back, but you can see it's been going down for quite some time. Okay, so we can expect it to drop even more. Okay, so for this week, if you keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame, you should be safe to both buy and sell. You see here we had a lot of good buy and sell opportunities in the past, but just keep in mind that the price overall will be dropping. Okay, if you look at USD JPY, we kind of see the same thing. Okay, US dollar Japanese yen, we had some good buy and sell opportunities. the price overall ended lower than where it began, which means it's slowly working itself into a downtrend, which is actually a good thing. And overall, I think the US dollar will be dropping anyhow. Okay, so right now it shows to buy. So the first half of the week it should be going up, and then the rest of the week should be dropping again. So we'll probably see a continuation of this range of market. If we look at the 4-hour chart, it shows to go up, and the price already dropped back down to this same level of support, so it should be going up at least the first half of the week. Excuse my nose is itching. But the daily chart shows to sell. Now this is going to take, you know, probably, you look from one arrow to the next, you get a couple months there. Okay, from beginning of August all the way through the middle of October, so almost 2 months. So it might take another 2 months for that to drop. So yes, it will be dropping, you know, over the period of the next couple months. But in the short term, I feel that you're going to see a lot more range of markets up and down, good buy and sell opportunities with a slight downtrend. Okay, if you look at the weekly chart, it shows to sell. So we know that yes, long term is going to be dropping. It's going to be dropping like probably for the next 6 months, for the next year. Okay, it's taken a long time from this blue arrow to this red arrow, so it's going to take a long time from back in February 2020 up until October 2021. Wow. So, you know, but a year and a half. So yeah, it might take another year and a half. I know, at least another year before we see another blue arrow emerge on the USDJPY on the weekly time frame. So yeah, long term is going to drop, but in the short term, it's still going to drop, but we're going to see a lot of good buy and sell opportunities, a lot of range of markets, and that's excellent. Okay, that's actually really good. If you keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame, even 1 hour, I think is okay. Also, you do see some really good buy and sell opportunities, right? So yes, right now it looks like it's going to be going up, so we should expect this to go up for at least the first half of the week, if not most of the week. Okay, and then just keep it, if you keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame, you should be perfectly fine. Just buy now or wait until about the New York session, and then place your trade, and then close it when you get the next red arrow, and repeat that process. Okay, now last but not least is the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Okay, this one's a little bit different. Okay, now this past Friday was the non-farm payroll, which excuse me, affects both the US dollar and Canadian dollar. So they both had a pretty good job report. Okay, so when that happens, you see a lot of gridlock. They're both wanting to go up, and they both cannot go up. Okay, one has to go up, one has to go down. So you're going to see a lot of short sporadic movements like this. Okay, will that continue? Maybe. Okay, but it looks like it's going to be dropping overall. So what I think is going to happen, and I don't know, like USDCHF shows to sell, USDJPY shows to go up, which those always a lot of times have inverse relationships, but this one here, I don't know. I think it's going to be dropping for the first half of the week, and then I think it's going to go back up around Wednesday or Thursday. If you look here on the 4-hour chart, it shows to sell. Okay, so that's a good indication to me that this will be dropping. Okay, so the US dollar should be theoretically weaker than the Canadian dollar. Okay, Canadian dollar should be stronger if this is to happen. Okay, but they both had a good job report, so I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I can just tell you that this is already starting to go down, and most likely will continue to go down. If you look at the daily chart, it already has a red arrow, and we had this short span up right here. Okay, but then drop back down. So we see in the past, okay, we just look in the past, we see the price went down, back up, down again, back up, down again. Okay, so the US dollar should be dropping over the next few weeks. If you look at the weekly chart, however, it shows to buy, which is shown for quite a while, and we know long term all the USD pairs will be going up, okay, except the USDJPY. Okay, the USDJPY is its own entity. I don't know, its own beast, if you will. But this one here should be going up long term, and again, it's going to take another 6 months to a year for this to really go up and form another red arrow on the weekly time frame. Okay, so that's a long ways out. Okay, but just, you can keep that in the back of your mind that it will be going up. In the short term, we're going to see a lot of sideways ranging markets. Okay, so in the short term, over the next couple of weeks, we should see this price drop. All right, so keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame. You should be safe to both buy and sell. If we zoom out a little bit on the 30-minute time frame, you see here there were a lot of good buy and sell opportunities. Here we had the price going down. Okay, so when you have a downtrend like that, you want to sell only, but here we have an uptrend. Okay, so here you want to buy only, but you still have some decent buy and sell opportunities. Now the 4 hour shows to sell, so we should be reversing and headed back into a downtrend. Okay, so if you keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame, you should be fine to sell. And what I think is going to happen, the price is going to drop some in the first half of the week, and then by Wednesday it's going to spike back up and form another red arrow. Okay, by Wednesday we should have a blue arrow, and then by Friday we should have another red arrow. Okay, I'm not a fortune teller, but I think that's what's going to happen. Okay, so this should be going down. The price should definitely end lower than where it began, but we'll see a lot of up and down movement with a slight downtrend. Okay, so you should be fine to both buy and sell, but just keep in mind that this week it should be dropping. Okay, so anyhow, if you have any questions at all about these predictions here on these currency pairs, or if you need me to analyze any other currency pair, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I'll put a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Please contact me there first. Also, if you have not joined my Facebook group, please click the link in the description to join my Facebook group. That way you can post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. Okay, so with that said, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Just let me know how I can help you, and thank you so much.